Hi, my name is Sydney, and today I'm going to be talking about The Possessor. The Possessor came out in 2020, and it was written and directed by Brandon Cronenberg, and if that last name sounds familiar, it's probably because you might recognize his father's name, David Cronenberg. I'm familiar with a little bit of his work. I've seen Videodrome, I've seen parts of Scanners, I've seen The Dead Zone, which isn't as much of a Cronenberg film, but and it's really easy to see the influence that David's Cronenberg's work has had on his son Brandon Cronenberg's work. Except the work in The Possessor does feel to me a little bit more elevated and modern than the work that I have seen of David Cronenberg. The Possessor is very Cronenberg in that sense of it being a lot of body horror and gore, but at its root, it's really a deep psychological drama that's masked in science fiction. I am personally not very attracted to body horror kind of as a genre, but there were really beautifully dark scenes in this film that were very sort of twisted and art house-like and kind of psychedelic in tone and just really immersive. I'm not gonna lie, this movie to me did feel a little bit slow. The pacing felt a little bit off for me. It's not even that crazy long of a movie, but the second half of the movie or even into the last quarter were really engaging for me and kind of caught and grabbed my attention back, and days later I'm still thinking about this movie. So even though the pacing felt a little bit off for me, it is a story that's kind of stuck with me. I went into this film totally blind. I didn't look up the plot or anything like that about the movie, and so that's how I actually recommend going into this movie. And so I'm not going to talk a ton of details about the plot or specific things about the storyline. So how did I even watch this movie? Well, I saw it initially on Hulu. The thumbnail came up as that it was recently uploaded. I hadn't even heard about it, and the thumbnail itself is very disturbing and dark and enticing and creepy, I was just like, what the heck is this? It really grabbed my attention, and so for that alone, I wanted to watch this film. And I'm not gonna lie, most of the movie, I was anticipating the imagery of the thumbnail to reveal itself, because it was just very striking to me. So I was like, is it coming? What is that? I gotta know what that is. I now know that there are two versions of this film, cut and uncut version. I don't know what version Hulu has. The version that I saw did contain male and female nudity, which is kind of nice to see a leveling of the sexes there. It did have a lot of gore, and I just heard that the uncut version has more gore in it, which seems, to be honest, a little bit overkill to me, though it seems a bit gratuitous at that point. So as someone who's not very engaged or gravitated to body horror, I don't know that I need to see it if it wasn't the version I saw. I don't know, I feel like the version I saw felt fairly extreme, so I can't imagine what they could have added gore-wise that would have added to the plot. So I don't know what version I saw, but it was a good level of extreme violence and nudity. The most engaging part of this film for me, especially because I'm not attracted to the visual gore, was the descending character arc of our protagonist. The ending actually left me feeling a little bit confused about how to feel and just what just happened, until after the film I did a little bit more deep diving online to kind of help clarify my thoughts on the ending. But I really love movies that make me think and leave me maybe even a little bit confused at the end of the movie, but with intention, whether it be because the filmmaker wants me to watch the movie a second time to see the things that I had missed, or whether it be because they are artistically expressing something in maybe a more abstract way that can leave the viewer questioning certain things. Basically, and overall, I really like movies that make me think. So if you like gore and you like movies that make you think, then The Possessor is streaming on Hulu. If you have seen The Possessor, please let me know your thoughts on the movie and particularly on the ending. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it and you'd like to see more, if you recommend any videos I should watch, let me know. And feel free to like, subscribe if you want to, but or not, I don't care. I would like to be making more consistent videos. I'm currently trying to figure out how to make more like reaction videos to movies, but I'm just having issues with my laptop right now and storage and yada yada. So yeah, stay tuned for hopefully more consistent videos. Thank you.